Welcome to the FastBeats channel. Every week, I'll be posting something new to open your eyes to light, so you know you can live your best life here, whether you are in America, Jamaica, and especially in Africa. So what do you want to do? Subscribe to this channel by you see that red subscribe button down there? Yeah, right. Kick it on. Then tap on the bell to always notify you when we have a new video. Are there other things to do? Yeah, right. Share videos, get the likes pumping. That is what you would want to do if you want others to see this video and experience what you've experienced. You just want to be generous. Now let's jump into today's video.
Let's take a few more lessons. You can decrease your font, you can increase it. You just highlight. When you highlight, you can do that. Then you can increase the spacing, the paragraphs. Let's look at that one. Let's look at the indent. You want to increase your paragraph from here, just highlight. You go to indent and spacing, and I can pull. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's redo that. Let's redo that. Just uh, you can pull if you want on your spacing. Let me you can see that that button is for undoing. I'm sure you must have noticed that. You can see me undoing that. You can undo and you can redo with any of those buttons if you wish. You can undo and redo with any of those buttons if you wish. Okay, just doing a little undoing, and it's like I'm almost undoing till the end. So let's let's go with this. Let's go with this. I want to indent. I just pull on this blue tab here. I pull on this and I indent the first line. Indent is just paragraphs. It's just paragraphs. So if you're done with that, that's okay. You now have your first paragraph with an indent spacing up above it. Now let's look at more a few more things we can do. You can make your text to be in small caps all through. You can make it to be in all caps, that's all capitals. You can give it a superscript or a subscript. You can see the 2 t raised to power 2 there and the t base 2, kind of. The t raised to power 2 or the t square, like our mathematicians would call it. It's what you call the superscript. You have a little mathematics maybe functions or whatever in your text. You're going to write 2 square plus 2 square. You just highlight, just write 22. Let's just look at that. Let's just look at that. Okay, I come down here. Let me just show you what I mean. I'm going to write 22 here, or let me even make it 23. And I need this to be 2 raised to the power of 3. After I've highlighted, you must always highlight to tell the computer this is where you should apply this instruction to. 2 raised to the power 3. I then come over to the t square and I click. You can now see what I need to do was to actually highlight just the 3, because I want it to become the raised to the power. Okay, we'll get that, don't worry. So I am highlighting just the 3. Yes, I've done that. Then I go here, I come down here, I do this. You can now see it is now what? 2 raised to the power of 3. You can see it. So you can even type in a few mathematics functions or equations or whatever using your phone. Now let's go back and let's see a few more things that we can do. We're just trying to look at all of that. Let's go to the file. We've done the basic. We've looked at the basic stuff in the home, like I said before, that you can save. Yeah, you should when you're done with your work, you will need to save. You will need to save. Now, if you've not saved at all, you just click on save. A name, something prompts up to direct you or to instruct you to tell you to put in a name. Normally, the first line in your text document will come up as the default name, and you can actually edit that and put in something you can easily remember. I can easily access that. Let me click on save as. Let me click on save as, and then you want to indicate the location where you want to save the file to. Where do you want the file to be? You want to click on location, and then you want it to put it maybe in documents or wherever you think you might need to put it, so that you remember easily that my file is in so and so place. You want to save. like I said earlier, it has already saved before because I've already saved it before. And that's I'm not getting the prompt to change the name or to give it a name. Then you can export to PDF. PDF, the portable document format, a format that is not easily editable. You can do all of that. You can also share. You want to send it to somebody via WhatsApp, you send us an email, you send us maybe Facebook, whatever. You can do all of that. You can see WhatsApp, computer, messenger. Your computer, your phone, it's actually a computer. You can do lots and lots of things with it. And then you can export image, you can send to computer, you can extract pages. Yes, you can extract. You have so many pages that you can extract them. You can even compress the file. Yes, and so many other things. Then now at the insert, you can insert a picture. You have a picture in your phone. Once you click on insert picture, you click on picture, it's going to prompt locations where you can go to actually pick pictures you can insert into that Word document. Lots of things you can do. Even a text box, you could use a text box. Yes, maybe I want to place some form of text somewhere or in between or whatever. And just use a text box. A text box is flexible. Let's go to the mobile view. A text box is flexible. You can add text there and then move it anywhere you want to move it to. You can add text there and then turn it. You can see you have turned this, which you may not be able to do ordinarily in your normal typing page, your normal page. So if I want to add text, I can add text in my text box here. Okay, let me just make it normal shape now. Yeah, I want to add text. I click on my add text and I just add text. Let's just say keywords from what I've written somewhere there. Maybe I want to add these keywords to a side of the text. I can just write let's just use transmission one keyword. Let's say cord care, another keyword. Let's say let's just use the word infections, another keyword. Yeah, and I could just take this and just take this and then let's say take them somewhere. Let's just say I want to take this somewhere. Okay, just a few. I want to take this. Where do I want to take this to now? You can actually move it if you want to move it. You move it. Let me turn this to my view, that the other view. So I can actually move this anywhere I want to. You can see it moving. You can decide to move it anywhere you want to move it to, but you must click on the right handle to actually be able to do all of that. So there are some functions that are best performed when it's not a mobile view. Because when it's a mobile view, you have the page fitting to your screen. Then some functionalities are actually limited. You can rotate, you can delete the text box, you can add text, you can keep it in line with text. Lots of things you can experiment with at your time. But you must be very, very careful when using the text box so that you don't overlap over a text which you've already written. Those texts which you've written that is not in the text box. Now, back to the insert. You can insert shapes. You want to draw shapes. You can do all of that, circle and all of that. You want to insert signature, comment, tables. Very important. Tables. Maybe you want to insert a table. Maybe in your text you could do much with this. You want to insert a table. Let's go down. Let's just say I want to insert a table of I click on table. You have the previous table formats here. Really beautiful table formats. You can see table styles here. This is a 4x4, a 4x5 table. 4 columns, 4 rows. Sorry, 4 rows, 5 columns. 4 rows, 5 columns. Maybe I depending on your table style. Maybe somebody might want beautiful tables. You can decide to take this. Okay, then you can now decide to write what you want to write in your table. Maybe infection rates or figures by the years. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe I can decide to say let's just say let's say year. Let's use year. Let's use year. Okay, let's use a city here. I can call this Maiduguri. Let's call this other one Kafanshan. I need to type that one by one. Let's call this let's just call this Nsuka. Okay, let's call that Nsuka U, and I have a K here. And then we can call this Jos. Yeah, and I can decide to type, let's say call this 1999 2000 and all of that. You can come here to Maiduguri. Let's write it in percentage, or let's write that in let's say let's just give general figures. Let's just call this 560 per 1,000 people. Let's call this maybe 210 per 1,000 people sampled. Let's call this let's say 124 per 1,000 people sampled. And just to show you how you could use tables, let's see how that looks when it comes to the mobile view. You see all of that arranged, and you might need to be very careful when formatting all of this. You could decide to actually reduce your let's see how that goes in our normal view. Yeah, we decided to reduce the size of the columns. Yeah, reduce the size of the columns. Reduce the size of the columns. Reduce the size of the column, just on and on, so that it actually fits and it doesn't spill out, especially when we have it in the mobile view. Showing you lots of things you can do depending on what functionality you might need that your text, your document needs, what functionality it needs. Just hold on that, and that arrow appears, then you drag and move. You drag and move. You drag and move. Lots of things you can do. You can see the plus button there, and you click on that. Just a second, you click on that. What happens? Another column appears. Another column appears. So you can add more text or more data. That is that for that. Yes, that is that for that. So let me just save. Let's go back and let's see a little more for tables. Okay, here we are. Insert. We've inserted as much as we can. You can insert a page number. Very important. You have lots of pages. You click on page number, and then you can put in page numbers, so that when the work is printed, you don't need to struggle to actually know which comes before which or which comes after which. You can even include a lot of things you can do there. You can include a drop cap. Those things you see in newspapers. Let me just show you what I mean by a drop cap. I want to highlight this. Then I can decide to drop cap. You can decide to drop cap. Okay, I can decide to drop cap. Go to my menu, go to my insert, then I can decide to drop cap. I can click the number of lines I want to drop cap. Is on 3 by default, and think it's okay at 3. I decide to hang it so that it's almost to this side, and the text is just on the left, or the text is on the left of it. You see all of these most times. Let's take that to mobile view, so that you can see it all at once. Oh, it's giving us an ugly shape in mobile view. But when you want to print, you want your text to be well formatted, not for mobile view now. When you are formatting your text and all you are doing, you want to make it clean on the normal view and not the mobile view. This is what my text looks like now, for the way it's going to be printed if I format it. Yes, it's going to be printed. So I can decide to move my table to the middle or extend it far to the right color, so that it looks clean and it looks neat. Yes. Let's go back. Let's go back to learning. Yeah, you want to insert date and time, a kind of link. You want to bookmark, whatever. Insert a bookmark attachment, a page break. Yeah, so that your work starts on a new page. Let me take you through that. A page break. If I click on immunization here and I click page break, everything beneath or below immunization, is that the word? Yes, immunization, goes to the next page, and there's nothing I can do to bring them back unless I delete the page break. It's something you would want to try. It's very interesting. You can actually do your lots of work there in your house, in your home, on your bed. You're typing, well formatted, and then well arranged. If you have a small printer just in your house, you can even print. You want to send it via email. You don't need to go to a computer center and say, please type this for me and then send to my email. No, you have it well formatted on your phone. Then you can even convert to PDF, export to PDF, and then do what you need to do. You have the page background. You want to change the page, but you don't like the white. But don't forget that when you want, if you have a black and white printer, a printer that prints just in black and white, you may not like what you will get if you pick something like let's say a yellow color, this yellow or orange, whatever it is, or a blue color. So I would prefer you go with one. But if you have a color printer and you want something stylish, you can do all of that. If you want to changing the page background to something else to make it beautiful, if you want. Okay, I go back with white color. There are a lot of other things you can do. You want to review, you want to show comments, you want to show changes, you want to check spell check. This is important. You want to spell check, you want to check the spellings of whatever. Your phone can help you do all of that. It can help you do all of that. So you want to spell check, it can help you do all of that. Then okay, let me go back to my white. Let's go back to and work and see a few things that you can do. Then you have your pen. You can even do maybe you don't want to use the keyboard to type. You can use your finger. Yes, let's say I want to do this. Let's say I want to write. Let's say the quick brown fox. The quick brown fox. The quick. I want to jot something very quickly, and you don't want to make use of the phone's keyboard because it might be slow. You can just do this if you want to type very, very quickly using the ink. Yes, so that's basically it. You can even change the ink color if you want and all of that. So you want to create a text document, you want to type a CV, you are, let's say, a secretary somewhere, and your boss or the chairman or whoever the person is wants a report ready as soon as, and you don't have a computer, you have a phone. Just use your phone, you arrange it properly, you know how to increase your font, you know how to place your text in the middle, you know how to make them to be in columns by highlighting, you know how to save, you know how to, yeah, after that maybe align left, you know how to create paragraphs, indent, you know how to drop cap if you actually need that function and all of that. With a phone, an Android phone, with your WPS in your phone, you can actually do all of that. If you have a printer close by, you can save, and then have your work ready. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn your notification on for all of our videos so that you get reminded when a new video comes up. And like I've always said, we are here to point your eyes to light. Yes, we are here to point your eyes to light. And you ain't seen anything yet. Because we have lots and lots of videos prepared for you to make you the best you have ever been, to help you with your social life, get the best out of life too. And we have loads of packages already arranged and outlined, and we'll be feeding you with them on and on gradually. Yeah, that's all for me for now. You want to ask me questions, go to the comment section. Whatever question it is, I'm going to be answering it as soon as possible so as to help you out. I'm here to help you. God bless you. Yeah, bye.